What was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why? That was the same question.
My favorite drill was, I don't know what the name of it was, but like a competition with who could score the most baskets from each spot
Yeah.
on the court. My least favorite, there was some sort of box out drill I hated, or defensive slides, or really any drill that resulted in a 17 at the end.
Yeah. Understandable.
What was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why?
So my most favorite drill, this might sound kind of corny, but it was actually shell. Like I just loved shell as a student athlete. I loved shell as a coach. I loved it in high school. And it's something about that half court set, one, trying to stop people defensively, but as a point guard, I also just really loved running sets in the half court and executing and scoring. So I'm a big shell person. Least favorite drill by far would be this drill. I wonder if you still do it, but it's called defensive challenge. So you have to get a stop, and then you have to score, and then you have to get another stop. And if you didn't do all three of those things, like let's say you got 2 stops, but you didn't score, you had to run a 17 immediately after. And it was the hardest drill. And not a good one, not a fun one.
So what was one of your most favorite drills from practice and one of your least favorite?
So, and I always start with the least because I think it's sometimes the easiest. The least favorite was definitely guards post, because, and I'm sure you guys still have this ongoing joke, but the guards, like, we would run a marathon, and Carol would also just like take the pads and just beat on us. And the posts are down there, and yes, they're beating on each other in their own sense, but we like ran circles around them. And so it was always this constant thing, like, you guys are just doing post moves down there and we're like running a whole other practice on this end.
Yeah.
And then my favorite was probably like the defensive challenge. And again, just because of the competitive nature and the sheer challenge in actually, accomplishing that and completing it successfully. I think, God, in my 4 years, we probably only successfully did it twice. So that was one of my favorites. And while I was coaching was one of the ones I used to really impress the importance of, playing defense.
I think it's funny you say that about guards post, because like, I feel like some of us sometimes when we hear it, it's kind of like a little fight between like the guards and the post. And like,
Totally.
personally, I'm a post, and like sometimes there'd be days when we all would just get like so mad, like doing the drill, and we're like beating up on each other, and like we couldn't do anything right.
Yeah, you just abused one another, and it doesn't necessarily make it better.
Yeah.
This is kind of similar to one of the questions we already had, but specifically drill wise, what's your most and least favorite from practice? So like if you have a specific drill that stuck out to you as good or bad.
Most favorite would be most favorite, I think, which is just kind of like a classic basketball drill of like 5-on-4, 4-on-3, 3-on-2, 2-on-1. I think that's just like a great drill no matter what. And then least favorite would be, I forget what she calls it or what we called it if you guys still do it, but it'd be like before we stretched, like the first warm-up drill that we would do probably like once or twice a week, when she would put the garbage can at half court and you were just like dribbling up and then back and taking a layup, and you did it like 12 times or something like that before like stretching or doing.
Is that circle scoring, or is that a, or am
yeah,
I
yes, yeah,
okay,
circle scoring. Yeah, I hated that. I'd be like, I need to stretch. Like I'm like my body hurts. Yeah, I hated that drill.
The worst one easily.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm glad she's still making you guys do it though.
Oh no!
It was
yeah,
so
trust
annoying.
me, it's still in there.
Yeah, and I hated star passing, where it was like the 2 minutes on the clock. And if you miss a layup, there was one time where like I think it literally took us 30 minutes. I don't know why. It'd be like every time where there was like 5 seconds left, somebody would miss a layup, and Carol wanted to kill us. I wanted to kill everybody else. Like we all wanted to kill each other. It was the worst. That drill also sucks.
So what was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why?
Oh, drills. It's weird. I can't remember like all of what we used to do. I remember liking the shell drill because that was like pretty easy. You just kind of like chilled on the outside. Least favorite, I remember hating practicing like the press, like when we had to press in practice.
I hate practicing the press.
Right? It's like we never really do it in a game, but then like practicing it is particularly brutal. Like,
I feel like
that's-
especially in the beginning of the year. Oh, I
Yeah.
forget who's gonna watch these. In the beginning of the year, like when
she's gonna hold this against you.
like I'm the center. So like
Yeah.
when she has me like playing on the ball and like in the front court, like I'm just like
This is not where I belong.
I'm like I would never be here. I'm like literally every other player would
Yeah.
be here before I would be here.
Yep, that's how I felt. So I'm
But we
glad
gotta
that
win it, so
yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that still remains though.
yeah.
Oh, okay. You better answer what I think you're going to answer for one of these.
Okay.
What was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why?
Oh, okay. So again, okay, actually no. My first one was definitely the possession game because super competitive.
Favorite?
That was my favorite.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So it was so competitive. Like I just like loved it.
Yeah.
But honorable mention goes to shooting conditioning. Me, Sarah, and Ellery love
Oh.
shooting conditioning so much. Like I feel like everyone dreaded it, but there are times where I'd ask, I'm like, can we do shooting conditioning? Like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like we didn't get to do it as much towards like my junior and senior year because we had so many people injured, you know?
Sophie's here to say hi. We're living together right now.
Oh my God, are you guys in
I've
the mods?
Yeah, Yep. She's
So
so
fun.
we were in the mods. Yeah.
Hey, girlfriend.
just-
Oh my God, I
But-
love your shirt, dude.
I
Vote?
just got it. I just I'm trying on, so let's tag on. But yeah.
Love it. I'm actually searching for one right now to wear to the polls next week. So
Oh, let's go.
yeah.
I already mailed in my ballot, but me too. Yeah. Anyways, all right.
I
well, it was
literally-
good to-
Yeah, good to see you.
Really.
I was gonna say I
Bye.
love that you guys are like doing the voting thing. And
I
getting-
know. Yeah. Thank you, Sophie, initiating it and challenging all.
I see it
the
on
votes.
social media. I'm
Oh,
always
yeah.
like, yes.
You're in the loop.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your least favorite drill?
Oh my God. The 3 out 1 in when the post
What?
is this what you thought? Okay.
Wait, I thought you were going to say perfection.
No, I hate 3 out 1 in more than I hate perfection. Which
I mean,
says
I
a
do.
lot.
I guess now that I think about it, you during 3 out 1 in was funny to watch.
Yeah, I definitely sometimes lost my cool. That's okay. But like
You get so mad at the guards.
yeah, we would be working our butts off, going back and forth, like posting up the whole time, and they would just be throwing it around. This actually came up on the alumni Zoom call last week. Like we were talking about it because all the posts were like, yeah, we hated that because the guards would just throw it around and we'd be down there busting our butts trying to post up.
Oh my God,
And
did they have like
It's so funny, like chirping the guards on the sidelines.
yeah.
What are the most and least favorite drills from practice and why?
Least favorite drill for sure is that stupid wolf pack dribbling, which you probably don't even do anymore. What was the start of practice? Oh my God, I hated that shit. Sorry. It was awful. Like awful. It's just this dribbling drill. I can't even explain it to you, Macy. It like she would set up cones, you know, you would go long ways and you would have to do all these different drills. The other thing was like dynamic stretching, which I am not about. We used to have to do that.
I feel that.
Yeah. So those were least favorite. I would say favorite drills were probably like, was anything shooting related where it was competitive? I mean, I have no problem saying this because I still play. Like, I can shoot the crap out of the basketball. So that's like all I did actually. So that's it.
Nice.
What was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why?
My favorite drill was definitely circle transition, 100%. Pretty much, have you done circle transition yet? Pretty much, you just scrimmage 5-on-5, but like it's like off of a shot and you just go and scrimmage.
We've only practiced twice so far.
Okay. Well, what kind of drills have you done?
We do a lot of shooting drills. I don't know.
Are you a guard or forward? What position are you?
I'm like a 4 or a 5.
Okay. Well, my least favorite drill was when we split up guards and posts because pretty much you guys got to battle each other, and like we would just pass it to you. It was the most boring thing for guards, like the most boring thing. But it seemed fun for the post, but it was so boring for us. But
Thinking I think one of the questions was like, what was one of your favorite drills? And I remember we had this box out drill where we'd be at the corners and it would be two on two. She'd throw the ball up. You had to turn and box out your teammate and then go for the ball. And I mean, we would literally get in fights. Like we went so hard. We were killing each other. Because I think whoever didn't get it had to do a sprint or something like that. So we'd literally like just kill each other like, to get it.
And I think one of Carol's like big things is to play through the whistle. So even if it went out of bounds, like you would run out of bounds and like die for it anyway. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
What was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why?
My least favorite was suicides, and I think that name pretty much explains it. I guess my favorite drill was the dunking drill. So we would just take turns dunking the ball, during our layup drill. It was amazing. We could all dunk on our team, and it was pretty awesome.
That's fun.
I'm just kidding. Like, we're a team of white women. Nobody could dunk. There's barely any jumping happening. No, I guess really, I just like the post focus drills and things, and playing post is not everybody can teach that. So we had a coach that could spend some time down there with us. It was great.
what was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why for each of them?
God, I blocked out the name of this drill. I freaking hated it. What's the one with the chair and you just have to do?
Wait, is that one circle scoring?
Yes, God, I hate that drill.
Awful, it's so bad.
Oh my God, and it was like a warm-up drill, so we were like ice cold and like I'm like hawking up along over on the sideline because I don't even know. I hated that drill so much. But I think that's probably a universal feeling.
Oh, absolutely.
My favorite drill, it was probably 11-man. Is that what you guys call it still?
Yeah, definitely.
Like that one's just like a more fun scrimmage. So
definitely. We haven't played that in like a couple years. It's been a while, and that's my favorite one.
Yeah, I wouldn't even like know how to set it up anymore. Like it's been so long since I've done it. All I know is that it was fun.
Yeah.
You'll have to get on, Carol. Reminder that it exists.
Yeah.
What was your most and least favorite drill from practice and why?
My least favorite girl?
No, drill.
Oh, drill. Oh, well, my favorite drill that I loved was floor to ceiling. I mean, floor to floor roving weaves that we used to do.
Yeah.
It was so much better than high school drills, And plus, remember, we all had to. This was new. Everybody roving up and down the court, So that was new and that was fun. 3-man teams on a basket, when we played, that was really fun. My least favorite, probably like running, just suicide drills, I guess you would call them, that we had to do. Yeah. I'm getting mixed up. I mean, this is going back, and then I used to coach, so I used to make the girls do all these when I was a coach. But you know what?
From Brandon, like on your high school team?
Yeah, when I coached one year I coached a varsity team in a small school in Connecticut, and then we moved to New Jersey, and I was the JV coach. Okay. And that was a bummer because if I had any good players, they got moved up to varsity. Yeah. So I try to, hide my good players, but you couldn't, Anyways, it was fun.
What do you like the most about coaching?
Well, I just love being part of the game and seeing kids do well. The hardest part was the hours, because when I was in New Jersey coaching, Title IX came about.
Yeah.
And if the boys had night games, then the girls had night games.
Yeah.
So we used to always play in the afternoon when I was a coach until Title IX. And then we had night games. And my husband would say, that's it. These night games have to end. It's either me or the basketball team. It was just hard, you know. And then I ended up getting pregnant, so I had a child, and it was just really hard. So anyways, I stopped. I didn't coach anymore.
Yeah.
But you know, when I was in Europe, when I was just working, there was a German club basketball team that I was able to play on for 1 year when I was there, which was so fun, you know.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand their German, but not that much, but you know, everybody can basic, you know, comments on how to play the game. So it was really fun.
Did you get to travel?
So, no, it was a club team right in Heidelberg. Oh, there was like a sports club called Lyman near where I lived.
Okay.
And it was, you know, they just played other club teams, which was fun. So basketball's everywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did it help with German? Like,
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So, anyways.
Okay, awesome.
What was your most and the least favorite drill from practice and why?
So least favorite would just be any of the running drills that are just running.
Yeah.
Or like when you have to do the warm up, some of those warm up, like jumping rope, like when you first get to practice and your body is sore from the practice before and you have to start jumping rope, like those warm up things at the beginning, I used to hate those.
Jumping a rope, I can't say I've ever done that.
Really?
Not out of Brandeis practice.
Yeah. Well, you got lucky. So, and I was always like, I had back problems and stuff like that. So I was always like going to the trainer's room and then coming out and then being stiff for a while. So those types of warm-up drills and running drills really are not enjoyable. I loved situations. I loved going over situations or working through like a play over and over again. I mean, I just think it's fun to think about it strategically, but also the physical challenge of trying to get it right is really fun too.
Yeah. Okay.